Hey everybody, Tim Seims here. Oh, and Dave Cooper. We're rolling, Tim. We're live.
I'm so pale.
We are live. Hey everybody, we are in Washington, D.C. at the Innovative Housing Showcase on the National Mall. How come I run into you pretty much everywhere I go?
I know, right? Well, we travel in similar circles, even though I'm doing something different now. I mean, I couldn't pass up being here. And I love the AIA, the ProConnect NHB, and the Housing and Urban Development shows were all here this year. So we were able to be part of all of those.
And the International Code Council is part of this, the SBCA. Yep. It's been a great event. So we're on the mall. Standing behind us and we're in the National Disaster Relief section of what's happening here. So this is an example behind us. And we're just trying to get out of the sun because it is hot and blazing.
And we're in blazers.
But Tim, there's cool stuff here. We saw a toilet that doesn't have any water.
Totally off-grid.
Off-grid, and it's not a composting toilet, which is super cool. 3D printers, the military's here with the 3D printers. Right. They're all here. This is really a cool place to be right now.
It is, and I love seeing the form factors that are really dedicated, like this one behind us, PMGE. I don't know who that is, but that's dedicated to the disaster relief because that's near to my heart. That's how I got started in construction with Hurricane and Nichiha. And and when you see solutions that are useful in that context, it's just great. And then to have the worlds collide of disaster relief, modular, cladding, interiors, construction tech, all the stuff you talk about. It's a lot of fun being
It's all here. NASA's here, right?
NASA's here.
NASA's here. We get our pictures with the little NASA dolls you put your head in. But in all honesty, here's what I've learned. There's policymakers here, but then there's also private sector here. You have the politicians, congressmen, congresswomen, senators, walking through right now on the mall. They're talking, and there's true conversation happening about how do we actually make these affordable. Even MHI, what they have down here, the Manufactured Housing Institute, it's not what it used to be.
Right.
It's a big change. What are your thoughts?
Well, it feels like just across the industry, but specifically in this arena, it feels like there's more of the talking and less of the guards up. Not that the guards are up, like everyone was thinking for a long time that they had some super secret sauce. Everyone realizing that there's really not that much secret sauce. We're all trying to solve the same problem. So why not work together as much as we can? So I think we're going to see more and more, not only interdepartmental collaboration, but in the civilian sector also, so much of that bleeding over into innovation.
Yeah, for sure, and it is. So yesterday, you were attending the AIA conference and events that is happening there. I was at the HUD and the International Code Council seminars that were taking place here. Tell me a little bit about your event and what you got out of it.
Well, AIA Architects Institute of America, I think I have that right. Their main conference every year usually has tens of thousands of people. I think it was a little less in terms of attendance, but what draws in architects and makes it really robust, they have so many CEU learning sessions throughout. So you have the exhibit floor, and then interspersed throughout are all these little basic areas for CEUs. And that really created an environment of people getting up from their CEU right in the middle of the exhibit floor and seeing a lot of different new materials, new vendors. We have people from all over the world displaying there. So what I learned was it's important to have learning and exhibiting together, as opposed to having them be separate events all over the place. So that's the biggest takeaway I had. And even though the show was smaller, it seemed much more focused than kind of like everything, So I thought that's why I learned.
So from my perspective and what we were seeing here yesterday, this is their 4th year of doing this showcase on the mall in the education sessions. Yesterday, and I was saying, the education sessions went from 9:30 a.m. till 5, no break. You got to get up and go, which was amazing because they really packed in the knowledge. There's a lot of really smart people here doing really smart things, smart developers out here building passive house communities, retrofitting. There's all kinds of things that were happening. ModX, Ryan.
Oh yeah, I love their research.
Doing their research, and they're working with HUD on a bunch of projects. But I think overall the conversations are becoming more real. They're becoming more inclusive of everybody, to include the officials. And I think that's probably, to me, the biggest takeaway here. What we need is somebody to say, follow me,
Right.
This is how we're going to grab this bull by the horn.
Exactly.
And
I
do
feel
it.
like that's bubbling forward. Like we're starting to see people leaders. We're starting to see organization leaders really be not kind of cliche to say, if it's to be, it's up to me, you know, sort of thing. But you're feeling that, and the vibration of energy around the whole field we're in is just increasing. The knowledge and awarenesses. And if anyone hasn't read that HUD ModX paper from last year, I think it was, that is awesome. If you can't read the whole thing, feed it into ChatGPT, have it summarized. It's so good.
Right, and that, you know, it's a great thing. PDFs read to you now.
Right.
You can just listen to it while you drive. So, Tim, where are you off to now?
I am off home to New York, and then next week I'll be at Neocon, which is in Chicago. That's a big interior design event. And then I think trade show season will be pretty much over until October.
You have like a 2-month hiatus.
Yeah, exactly. But I'll see you around, I'm sure.
I'll be in Las Vegas, not Chicago next week. But yeah, we are. So Tim, awesome to see you. Always a pleasure to run into you.
Likewise.
And also, hey, listen, your role with Nichiha, right?
Well, it's pretty cool because
he's working. I'm
back at Nichiha for the third time, and every time I go to Nichiha, I create a new division. Obviously, it's not just me; it's a whole team. And so I've done hospitality, modular, modern home. Those have been 3 divisions. They're doing great on their own now. So now I'm doing interiors. So all those Nichiha cladding materials, interiors, a lot of which with modular, you know, they want to get away from wet scopes of work.
Right.
And so you can do that with panelized systems, not just Nichiha, but a lot of different solutions. So that's what I'll be working on.
There you have it, Washington, D.C. on the Mall. Innovative Housing Showcase, AIA conventions here as well. And people like Tim's here. So can't beat that. I'm Dave Cooper. Thanks for watching.